is. I don't know how your day is going so far. Mine is much, much better. I had a crazy week this week. But listen, if you've been following me for a while, then you know that on Fridays, I like to do a gripe session. A gripe session for y'all, for those of you all that don't know, a gripe session is where we come on here and we just let it all out. Whatever got on your last nerve this week, we talk about it on here. I know people hate hearing your gripes. People hate hearing you complain. People will delete you. They will block you. They will unfriend you if you posting too much of stuff that seems like you're complaining about everything. But listen, I want to hear it. I'm your girl that wants to listen to all your gripes, all your problems. Just bring it here and let's talk about it. Okay? I'm going to sit down here every week and we're going to talk about our gripes. I have three. Look, I have a list. I have three things that got on my last nerves this week, because sometimes we have to have people that we can talk to. We got to have somebody to go to. Your family get tired of hearing you complain. Your people on your social media pages get tired of hearing you complain. People just don't want to hear you complain. But me, I want to hear it. I want to talk about it, okay? We got to have somewhere to dump all of our frustration off on. We got to have some platform, something. I'm your girl. I'm ready to hear it. I'm ready to talk about it. I'm ready to discuss whatever. Because I have three, like right off the top. My very first gripe for the week, I just got over the flu. I've been sick since last Monday. For like a week and a half, I was dealing with the flu. You know why I was dealing with the flu? Because someone chose to come to work sick. So when you're sick, please don't come to work because you can pass it to other people. That's how I got the flu. Someone chose to come to work sick. So I have been sick all week. That is my first gripe. It's not my gripe that I was sick, because sometimes you just end up with a cold. It just happens. But my gripe is when people who are very, very sick choose to come to work when they're sick, especially when you work in a small office where things can get passed around. And it was my mistake for staying clear of that person, but we had to collaborate that week. So I had to be in that person's presence. So I ended up getting sick. So I have been dealing with the flu all week. That's my first gripe, okay? My second gripe is my favorite store that's like a minute from my house is closing. I walked in there the other day. They had a big store closing sign hanging up. And I was like, so you mean to tell me I'm going to have to go to Walmart? Nothing against Walmart, but when I'm trying to do my shopping and trying to get in and out, I try to avoid Walmart because it always takes a little bit longer. You always see people you always end up talking. Hey, Pawn Chronicles. Hey, Chill Rahim. Hello. I'm just talking about gripes. If there's anything that got on your last nerve this week, now is the time to talk about it. I know people get tired of hearing your gripes. People get tired of hearing you complain. You don't have anybody to talk to about your problems. Well, I am a listener. I want to hear all about it. Okay? We're going to get on here every week, like once a week, and talk about what's getting on your nerves. What's driving you crazy? I have three things that got on my nerves this week, and I haven't been able to talk to anybody about them. And I'm going to tell y'all about it. The very first one is I just got over the flu. So if my nose sounds a little nasally, it's because I was sick all last week. So any of my videos that you saw last week, if I sound a little like my nose was stopped up, it's because it was. So, and my second gripe is my favorite grocery store that's around like a minute from my house is closing. The next closest one to me is Walmart Supercenter. And I like Walmart, but on those store runs, when I want to get in and out, I try to avoid Walmart because it's like always a lot of people, always long lines. You can barely get in and out. You always see somebody they want to talk and catch up because they haven't seen you in a long time. And that's cool. But when you just want to get one bag of rice or one soda or one thing of paper towels or whatever, because I don't do a whole lot of shopping. So whenever I'm doing a store run, it's probably like 5 items or less. So that grocery store that's closing down was so convenient for that. I never ran it. Well, sometimes I would run into people in the middle of the day. I would go early in the morning, get all my stuff, and I would be done with it. Okay. But they're closing. I walked in there. I was like, the major clue for me is I should have known months ago because my favorite trail mix that they had, they stopped stocking them. So I was like, why won't they order some more of these? Hi. Yes, I do talk a lot. Um, so when they stopped stocking my trail mix, I was wondering why they wasn't. It didn't seem like they were getting in some of my favorite items. It's like, why are they not ordering this stuff? That should have been a clue. It's because they were trying to sell out of everything. They wasn't trying to keep ordering everything. So anyway, if y'all just joining, one of my gripes for this week is my favorite store around the corner is closing, so I'll have to go to Walmart, which is okay, but I know it's not going to be as fast as the other store. So that's one of my gripes. Another gripe that I have 3 gripes for this week. So if you just joined it, I'm talking about once a week I go live. If you've been following me for a while now, then you already know that once a week I like to go live and talk about gripes, like whatever got on your last nerve this week, whatever frustrated you this week, whatever happened to you that made you mad, made you want to put hands on somebody, whatever caused an argument for you this week, whatever it is, that's what we talk about on gripes, okay? So my favorite store around the corner is closing. That's the first gripe. The second gripe is I'm just getting over the flu. So that's why my nose still sounds like I'm stopped up. I just got over the flu. So that's my first number 1 gripe for the week. I was dealing with the flu, and it's not my gripe that I caught the flu. It was how, because it could have been avoided because someone chose to come to work sick. So if you're feeling that bad, don't come to work sick, because what happens is it spreads throughout the whole office and you end up getting everybody in there sick. That happened when COVID first hit. Someone came to our office sick and it went around the office. Everybody got sick. So anyway, I ended up with the flu last week. So I'm just coming out of it. As of Wednesday of this week, I started feeling like my old self again, except for the stopped up nose. My nose is still weird feeling, but yeah, I was sick, y'all. So I still maintain my videos. I still got a chance to put videos out, but I sound real nasally on those videos. So yeah. So is it anything that bothered you this week that you want to put on here? What got on your last nerve? When people drive too fast on the road, that gets on my nerves. Like, why are you driving so fast? But I talked about that gripe before, that I really don't like to drive a lot because of the way other people drive. 50% peroxide, road rage. Yes, road rage. Oh my goodness. It's scary. And what scares me the most is when our young people are out there driving, our children are out there driving. I pray so hard that mine come home. Thank you. Who is that? Somebody's complimenting me. Renmont. Thank you. Thank you. I'm just a regular Southern girl. So if you like a plain Southern girl, then you probably will like me. I don't do a whole lot. But thank you for the compliment. Thank you. So we're talking about gripes. If y'all are just joining, I go live once a week and we just put it all on here. Some people talk about everything on their gripe session. Whatever got on your nerves that week, you can come on here and discuss. And I do have one more gripe that I want to share. And y'all let me know how you think about this. How can you how can you fix a relationship when one person wants to discuss and work it out? The other person says they want to work it out, but they don't want to have a conversation. How is that even possible? I don't understand how you can work out or fix a relationship if one party is not willing, if one party is not willing to discuss. That's crazy. Can we change the topic? We can. I'm waiting on somebody to give me a topic, because right now I'm just talking about my gripes. I have, these are my 3 gripes. So I say, do you still have roaches and rats in your house like last time? Roaches and rats? What in the world? You must be talking about somebody different. I've been in my house since 2010. I have never seen a roach or a rat. I think you on the wrong, you cannot fix that moving away. It's only, I think you on the wrong live. I would not live in a place with roaches and rats. No, I would not. So I think you on the wrong live. That wasn't me that said that. No, that was not me. You cannot fix that. Moving away is the only option. You invited me to Thanksgiving dinner. Well, I know that's a lie. I don't invite anybody to my house. I've been in my house since 2010. I've never invited but maybe 4 people. And 4 of those people were family members. I don't invite people to my house. My home is my private area. I don't invite people. So I know you have the wrong live. I do not invite people to my house. That's a big no-no. Because when people come to your house, you know what they want to do? They just want to be nosy. See what you got. See where you living. See what. No, I don't have time for that. No. And I don't try to go to other people's houses. I'm not talking about roaches. I was talking about relationships. I have talked about relationships. Yes. Yes. I have talked about relationships. I love talking about relationships. I thought you were talking about the actual roaches and rats. No. No. Oh. True love. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm in the South. I'm a Southern girl. I'm in the South. I was raised in California, but I was born in the South. Yeah, I was born in the South. But I spent my entire childhood in California, which I love, love, love. And I plan to go back there. I just don't know when, but I do want to go back to California. I loved it there. I love living in California. But when I was young, my parents wanted to, well, particularly my mom, wanted to live in the South. So my dad said, well, your mom wants to stay in the South. We got to go back to the South. So we left. But had it not been for that, we would have been still there probably. No, I don't invite people to my house. That's how I can tell you really don't know me. You don't know me at all. I'm very I've been private all my life. I don't invite. I didn't even look when I got my home. I didn't even have a housewarming party. You know how people have a housewarming invite? No, because I don't want that many people in my house. Yeah, I don't. No, I do not. I've never needed a crowd of people around me ever, ever. Even in school, I just don't. I love talking with people and mingling and mixing with people. But when I come home, that's my private time. And I don't bring anybody with me besides the ones that live with me. I don't just bring friends to my house. I got friends that, well, so-called associates that I've been knowing for over 20 years that been to my house one time, maybe two. I can only remember one time. So I just don't do that. That's right. Ladies don't do such a thing. Not this lady. Some of them do, but not me. No, I don't do that. Mm-mm. I don't do that at all. So do y'all have any gripes that you want to share this week? Or if you've had a perfect week, then I understand. uh, my week wasn't terrible. Did someone ever tell you that you look like Serena Williams? Actually, when I was in my 20s, they did, but not since I've, gotten older. But when I was in my early 20s, I had maybe one or two people tell me that. Yeah. Oh, your week was fine. Yeah, my week wasn't bad. The only bad thing was I was sick. But each day it started off mild and then it got bad. And then once I got over the bad nights, which was like 2 nights in a row, it was bad. Then I felt my body just coming out of it. I was like, yes, yes, I'm starting to feel like myself. Yes, yes, yes. So yeah, I was sick this week. And that's another reason why I've been in the house so much, because I don't want to spread it to other people. Like somebody spreaded it to me. I don't want to do that. So I've been staying inside. Look like a 20s girl? Oh no. Mm-mm. I haven't been 20 for a long time. No. I appreciate the compliment though, but no. I try to take care of myself. I do. I try to take care of myself. So thank you. So did y'all hear about my last, we already talked about my last gripe, resolving a relationship without communication. Love my smile. Thank you. A lot of brushing. See? A lot of brushing. So how do you resolve a relationship? How do you not resolve it, but how do you fix a relationship when one person, well, both people talk about they want to fix the relationship, but only one wants to have a discussion about it. So how can you fix it if you don't talk about it? That's crazy. I'm trying to help a friend out. It's two people that love each other. One wants to sit down, have a conversation, talk about all the problems and work it out. And one is interested in just forgetting everything that happened in the past and let's just go forward from there. So who's right and who's wrong? See, I'm the type of person, I want a conversation. Let's figure out what's going on. Let's see how we're going to fix it and then go forward. Yeah, it does take two. Yeah, it takes two. So I don't know how to I don't know how to advise her if he doesn't want to talk about the past. But if you don't figure out how to deal with the problem in the past, it's just going to keep reoccurring. So I don't know. I don't know what to tell them. But I do know they both love each other. They definitely both love each other. They want your precious love. Then get in there right. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That is crazy. If I had somebody that was willing to work things out with me and they just want to, hey, let's sit down and work this out. Let's talk about it. I would jump for joy. But some people don't like to talk about problems, but that's a big problem. to not like to talk about problems. That's why I do Gripe Session. Let's talk about problems. Let's talk about it. They need to step up. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, how can you fix something without fixing it? It's not going to fix by itself if you just leave it, because it's just going to keep coming up. It's going to keep coming up. Be a man. Be a man. That's what yes. Maybe I should have a conversation with him, but I can't. But see, I would be overstepping because she's my friend, not him. I know him too, but she's my friend. So I've only been interacting with her about this, but it's almost to the point where I want to say, do you love her or not? I mean, if you want to fix it, why aren't you? It's almost like he knows he might mess up again. That's crazy. If somebody is interested in working something out with me because they care that much about me and they want to have a conversation, honey, I would be so happy. I would be so happy. You love my hair? Thank you. It's basic. It's thick. Yeah, so we were just talking about, for those of you that just joined, every week, once a week, I get on here and we do gripes. We call it a gripe session. And a gripe session is where you get on here and talk about or share anything that got on your nerves this week, thank you, anything that got on your nerves this week, anything you want to share that almost made you put hands on somebody, or just anything that got on your last nerve, anything that irritated you. It could be road rage. It could be somebody you got into it with, because people get tired. Your circle of people or friends or family, they get tired of hearing your gripes. They get tired. They think you complaining all the time. They think you whining all the time. They don't want to hear that mess every week. But on here, I do want to hear it. I do. I want to hear it, because I'm gonna dump my gripes on y'all and y'all dump y'all's on me. So I was saying that one of my major gripes is I just got over the flu because someone chose to come to work sick and I had to interact with that person. I ended up getting sick. So all last week, leading up to like 2 days ago when I started feeling better, I was sick with the flu. Yes. And then my favorite store around the corner is closing. That I'm not happy about, because now I'll be forced to go to Walmart because that's the next closest store to my area. So, yeah. But the good thing is, like I was telling my family, we may get another grocery store there that's better than the one we had. So it could be a good thing. So, and the last thing I was talking about was my gripe for the week is um trying to, dealing with a person who wants to fix a relationship but not willing to have a conversation. That's irritates. That's crazy. Yeah, one door shuts and another one opens. That is so true. So we may get a better store there, and she may end up my friend if he doesn't want to have a conversation to really actually fix the problems. Then she may end up with somebody better. How about that? How about that? She may end up with somebody better. You never know. But I'm glad that y'all all had a good week. My week was good, besides being sick. But the way I handled that, I just stayed in the house. I stayed in the bed. I drank hot tea, lemon. I took some medicine. I watched TV. And I just stayed away from people because I don't want anybody else to get sick. So, yeah. So those are my gripes for the week. And Next week, I'll jump on here again and we'll share what got on our last nerve. It may be something, or you may have a good week. 50, 3% alcohol, 3% peroxide. Okay. Yeah, because I'm all into home remedies. I don't like taking a lot of over the counter medicine. So, home remedies, I love like some good old hot tea with lemon with a little apple cider vinegar in there. That is so soothing to a sore throat. It feels so good when you drink that. So, that's what I was doing. So I lost my appetite for a little while, but I gained it back now because yesterday I ate a hamburger. And I haven't had a burger in a while, but well, I haven't had a burger in a couple weeks, few weeks. $1 gargle works every time. Keep two at the kitchen sink. One top on. Oh. Yeah, I did have a burger. I had a burger, but yesterday I had just a small burger, but a couple weeks ago, about 3 weeks ago, I had a big burger. It was so big, it took 2 days to eat it. I ate half of it one day, and then the next day I ate the other half for like lunch or something. Excuse me. So yeah, I got my appetite back yesterday after being sick. Section. Love those eyes and smile. Thank you. But I just wanted to come on here and say hi to everybody, let y'all see my face in real time because you see my videos all the time, but you rarely get to see me online, live because I'm always working. I still have a day job, so I work a lot. So I don't get a chance to go live a lot because I'm at work and there's no room to do a live video. There's no space to do a live video. I can't do live videos on my job because it's just too private in there. So yeah, I have to wait until I'm at home or somewhere else. So yeah, drop that zero and get with a hero. Yeah, 2026. Yeah, yeah. Everybody needs to. Everybody needs to. If somebody's not treating you right, no, we're not. The days of being in bad relationships are so played out. Nobody should be tolerating less than what they deserve. I mean, it's just, especially grown people that know better. Now, the young people that's still trying to figure out how to deal with each other in relationships, but grown people know better. Men should know how to treat women. Women should know how to treat men. We shouldn't be doing all of this mistreating each other. And no, that stuff is played out. That stuff is played out. Don't tolerate mistreatment from anybody, male or female. Don't tolerate it under no circumstances. Don't. If nobody's ever told you, I'm telling you, you deserve better. It doesn't matter. You deserve, don't let anybody mistreat you. They know. I don't play with guys. They've been knowing all my life not to mistreat me. A few times in my 20s when I was figuring it out, a couple of them might have got away with some stuff. But once my eyes opened up and I got a little more mature, I was like, okay, I got you. I got you. They don't do that anymore. Nope. Because I don't tolerate it. I don't tolerate that crap. Oh my God, thank you. So since y'all all had a great week this week, I'm the only one with complaints and gripes. Or maybe you have some that you don't want to share. Maybe you're just a little too shy, but I'm not. But just to let you know, in the future, I will be on here weekly, probably on a Friday or a Saturday, to do gripes, where you can come on here and we can talk about whatever the heck you want to talk about, okay? Whatever it is that's bugging you, a problem, an issue, we talk about it on our gripe session. And this is about to complete another one. Today we did it for 30 minutes. As I grow my channel, we'll do an hour. But as of now, I'm just doing 30 minutes. Hi, Tina. Hi. We're talking about gripes. If you have anything that got on your nerves this week that you want to share and get off your chest, that's what we're talking about. Every week I get on here and I do a gripe session, and you can come on and say whatever bugged you this week, whatever got under your skin this week. That's what I want to say. Whatever got under your skin this week that just irritated you, because people get tired of hearing your complaints, your gripes, or whatever. I want to hear them. That's what I like talking about, because I'm going to share mine, y'all share yours, and that's what we do. I have your vote. Thank you. Thank you. So I was just telling everybody that I was dealing with the flu. That's one of my gripes. My favorite store is closing. That's another gripe. The third gripe is, how do you fix a relationship without having a conversation? It's something I'm trying to help my friend with, and that's a gripe of mine, because how the heck can you fix something without going through the steps to fix it? So, yeah, those are the three things that's been bugging me this week that I shared on here today, if you're just joining. But yeah. So stay tuned every Friday, maybe Saturday morning. No, every Friday or Saturday morning, I'm going to get on here and I'm going to tell you how my week was and what, if anything, irritated me for the week. What got on my nerves for the week. You know, we got to have somebody to talk to, right? Like right now, my friends are at work. I can't tell them about this. I can't talk to them about my gripes if they're at work right now, right? So yeah, that's what we're talking about. It's time for me to get off of here, y'all, because I was going to do 30 minutes as I grow my channel and get more people jumping on, because people tell me their gripes all the time. That's why I wanted to start this. But I have to figure out when people are able to join. This may be the wrong time of day. I may have to do it at night when people are at home. Right now, I don't know if it's a better time to do it in the morning or at night. So once I figure all that out and get a good group of people on here where we can talk about different things, it's going to be fun. Okay? So until next time, y'all, I will see y'all probably next Friday or maybe Saturday. And we'll talk about some more stuff. Whatever y'all want to talk about. Thanks again. Bye, y'all. I am exiting the live. See you next time. Bye.